When you think of record snowfall events across the state of Texas, you're probably going to think of places like North Texas or the Texas Panhandle, but the record for the all-time 24-hour snowfall was actually recorded in Hillsboro with a whopping 26 inches back in December of 1929. A very heavy band of snow started to develop during the afternoon hours of Friday, December 20th, 1929, and the heavy snow didn't taper off until the late afternoon and evening hours of Saturday, December 21st, 1929. Once the snow finally stopped, several locations in central Texas measured over a foot of snow, with the most extreme totals being observed across parts of Bosque and Hill counties. Clifton recorded 24 inches of snow, just slightly below the record amount of 26 in Hillsboro. The thick blanket of snow helped to keep central Texas bitterly cold for a few days. In Waco, where 13 inches of snow was reported, morning lows were recorded in the single digits for multiple days. The temperatures were so cold in Hillsboro that a pond on the north side of Hillsboro, known as Katy Lake, froze over. Tom Bullock, who was 7 years old living in Hillsboro during the 1929 snowstorm, later told the oral history program at Baylor about how he remembered watching his dad skate across the frozen lake.
He got his old ice skates out and skated on Katy Lake, and people came out to watch him there. Here's that New Yorker.
Probably the only guy in the town that could skate.
Well, others were out there with their Model Ts driving on top of that ice.
Now, an interesting side story in the middle of this historic snowstorm was that Waco was hosting the Texas High School State Championship football game being played between Port Arthur and Breckenridge at the Cotton Palace Stadium. The two teams struggled while playing on a field that was covered with 11 inches of snow, all while snow was continuing to steadily fall. The game ended in a 0-0 tie. The Breckenridge American newspaper summed up this sloppy and rather boring game by saying, quote, "It's just too bad they didn't stage a real furious snowball fight," which, and no doubt, would have entertained the crowds that attended with decidedly more interest. As you would expect, this historic snow had some impacts on day-to-day activities, and with it arriving on a weekend, it impacted Sunday morning church services across Central Texas. Baptist Church Pastor G.C. Ivins poked a little fun at his own church members and the Gulfweight Eagle by saying, quote, "We've always heard that Baptists are easy to snow under. Now that has been proven beyond question. The Methodists can't endure much water, but they are a snow-going bunch, surpassing the Baptists in all of their services last Sunday. There is one thing we can boast of, and that is that one boy walked 4 miles to our Sunday school." With all this snow and very cold temperatures, many people in Central Texas are hoping they'd have the chance to see a beautiful white Christmas. But temperatures got back above freezing by Christmas Eve, and as the Meridian Tribune put it, the warmer temperatures turned the promised white Christmas into an old-fashioned muddy Yuletide.